Hey, what's up, YouTube? So, I'm going to talk about a comparison that I've not seen on the internet. I haven't seen it on YouTube, so this may be the first video to actually show it. So, what I'm talking about is the Sony. There it is. This is the Sony 11mm 1.8. Alright, and what we're using now is the Sigma 11 to 18mm. Right, and this 11 to 18 centimeter has been my go-to lens for the longest while. I've been doing
some info about Michael Jordan.
Oh, bro, didn't ask anything. So I've been using this lens as my primary lens for quite some time now. Most of my videos, I've actually sold the rest of my lens because I'm not using them, and I can always repurchase them whenever I need to use them. So I'm not using them right now. So this comparison is between, again, the Sigma 11-18, which is what we're using right now to shoot. We're actually shooting in S-Log Gamma 3, and I'm using the inlet, the Sony inlet 709 800%, so the colors are a bit brighter, right? I'm shooting in manual. I'm not a professional on manual, but the only way you get better at something is by doing it repeatedly. So this is being shot in manual. I hope the color grade comes out perfectly, but for now we're doing the comparison between both lenses, and this comparison is going to be like a real-time comparison, because a lot of time we see comparisons with lens, we see them with people inside of a studio that's as control lighting, control environment. If you're a vlogger, you don't use that sort of environment. You use run and gun, everyday situation. You know, you're outside, you're in a car, you're in a balcony, everyday situation, that's what you do. So why not use it in the environment that we already have? So this is me on my balcony, right? And there's no filter on the camera. This is just, there's no hood, there's no little shield, little hood. There's no hood on this either. This is just the lens pointed at me. It's not a sunny day, it's a cloudy day, so sunlight isn't really affecting it. But use the hood, the camera hood, if there's a lot of light outside. So this is, again, the Sigma 11-18 and manual mode, just regular, no filter, no adjustments. This is what it looks like. So we're now going to put on this lens. We're not going to change any of the settings. We're just going to put on this lens and see if you see a difference. Tell me if you see a difference. So I'm not comfortable pulling the lens off without turning the camera off. It might hurt it, it might not, I don't know, but I'm not doing it. So I'm going to pour the camera off and I'm going to attach this lens, turn it back on, and see the difference between it. Give me a sec. Alright, this is now the Sony 11mm 1.8, and the first thing I notice with my eyes is that the Sony 11mm looks wider than the Sigma, and the Sigma is a 10 to 18 lens. This is it. It's a 10 to 18. You know, this I think I saw this yesterday. So I'ma say this. The Sigma does quite well when it comes on to micro photography or micro videography. Micro videography is the closer you hold objects to the lens, see, it doesn't quite pick up the object when it's very close to it, and this is like an inch away from the lens. You have to like hold it back at least here and here. This is a cap from the 11mm, and it's very wider than this one here, but I don't know, does it look better? Is it a different lens? Is it more sharper? But to me it does look wider, because I use 11. I try to make both of them fair by using both of them on 11mm. So I had this on 11mm, if you can see right here between 10 and 12. I was using 11mm. This is a 11mm, so both were shooting at the same focal length. But this looks wider. This 11mm does look very wide. Wow, look how wide this is. Look how wide this angle is. How is it possible to achieve such a wide angle from 11mm, but the 10mm isn't as wide? Wow. See, we're learning stuff. And to you, is it more sharper? Is it better? Is it clean? It's a smaller lens. The size of this lens is about approximately this size. So with this focal length, it has a zoom steady, see, rises, falls, rises. So when you rise it all the way up, it turns into a 18 focal length. When you rise it all the way up to 10, it pushes it further. So hey, this is a real life test if you're wondering or thinking about which lens to buy. And the Sony lens, the Sony 11mm 1.8 is a 2-year-old lens. I think it's a Sigma lens too. Yes, it's a Sigma lens. It's 2 years old. This lens here is 1 year old. The Sigma is 1 year old. So far, what I've noticed is the macro or micro lens on this is perfect. The autofocus is better on the Sigma. I'm not sure if you're seeing it, but on the Sigma, the autofocus is very fast. There's no lens condensation. Look at this. See, it's good, but the Sigma is much faster. However, the 11mm Sony is wider than a 10mm Sigma. I'm just as confused as you. I am just as confused all this time. And why did I know? Because I haven't changed any of the settings. It's on full wide. I haven't changed any of the settings. The camera isn't moved. The camera is at the same place. This is disturbing. But again, this is a much smaller lens. It's a very small lens. Alright. I'm thinking about selling the Sigma 10 to 18 in the case that this lens works out better. Because if the Sigma was a 1.8 and it was as wide as this, it would have made all the difference, because choosing between a 10 to 18 is very good, because most of my photography is in 18. Like photography wise, 18 or 16. I don't shoot 10, it's too wide unless you're doing real estate. But a fixed 10mm, you have to pick one. You can't have both. The 10 is perfect for vlogging. The 11 is also perfect for vlogging and real estate. It does quite look comedic. I'm not used to a lens being this small. It does look interesting. It does look interesting because it's a very small lens. I'm gonna do this in post-production. I'm gonna run this in post-production and see which one comes up better, I guess. And here's a, oh, this does it too. You hear that? That's shaking. Alright, so there's a shaking in the Sigma 11 to 18. There's also a shaking in the Sony 11, but it's much louder in the Sony. I'm not sure if it's a defective lens, but the Sony is much louder. The shake is much louder. And I'm using the ECM1 Sony mic, and my experience with this mic so far in the last 4 days using it, it's been incredible. It's very incredible. I love this mic, and I do have the wireless mic. I haven't used it in a while because it does require, it doesn't have a hot shoe, so you have to hook it and then plug the card into the camera. They power them on. I hate the setup. I really do. I hate that, like run and gun, You turn the camera on, the mic is on. Win-win. So, what do y'all think about the Sony 11mm versus the Sigma 10 to 18mm? And again, this is having a very hard time. This is the downfall. It's having a very hard time. I'm sorry, it's having a very hard time using the macro. So, see? This is probably an inch away from the camera lens. It's getting better. See, it's getting better. It's taking a while. I think it's adapting to to it. It's getting better, but I tell you, the Sigma lens would have captured it very fast. See? Interesting. We haven't tried out the defocus. Defocus that blinds the background, make a subject pop. I haven't tried that settings. If that's important to you, you'll hit me in the comments and I'll show you a video of it. But for now, we're just comparing both lenses. And defocus, clear, defocus. Alright. The defocus settings is on. The defocus setting is on, so it blurs the background. Oh. So it blurs the background more when you turn the defocus on. Oh, so when you turn the defocus on, it improves the macro focusing on the Sony 11, because look how fast it grabs it now when the defocus is on. Look, see, much faster when you have on the defocus compares to turning it off. Much faster. Alright, so I'm gonna try the other lens so you get another look. Give me a sec. Alright, this is it. Does it look wider to you? I may have been wrong in terms of wideness. I think they're both equally wide. This is 11mm. This is what a 10 would look like. That's 10. That's 11. That's 10. This is 11. And then let's try. Let me see, the defocus is on. Defocus background is on. Let's try how fast it grabs. This is a Sigma 11-18. Let's see how fast it grabs. It actually grabs the image. And the only difference you notice is how well it blends the background. Look, see, it blends the background, but not so much like the Sigma 1.8. See, but if you're into defocus background, you can always add that in post-production. If you're using Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve, there's an option to defocus your background in post-production if it's not in your camera. See, it's crazy fast. The Sigma is crazy fast. See that? And look how close this is, basically touching the lens. This is me touching the lens, and you can read everything on this. You can see everything on this clearly, no matter how close you get to it. So there you go, guys. The Sigma 11-18 or the Sony 11-1.8. This is a realistic view. This is me outside, normal weather. So I hope this helps you make a decision on what lens to choose. So bye. Alright, here's the next difference. Before we go about this lens. Alright, this is called vignetting. Now look at my hands. See, normal size. Now look at the edge of the screen. See, so it makes my hand pushes to there. That's called vignetting on a lens. This is common on all wide angle lens. So it deforms my hand the closer you get to the edge of the screen. So when you're shooting with a wide angle lens, it's important to keep your subject in the center of the screen, because see, I'm gonna try this now on the Sony. This is the Sigma. I'm gonna try it now on the Sony and see how crazy it is. It isn't that crazy. It's not that crazy, but let's try. Let's give it a try. Alright, back with the Sony 11mm 1.8, and let's see the vignetting on this. See, it does. It's there. See, it's not as bad as the Sigma. It does look just like a large hand. It's not as bad as the Sigma. The Sigma is way more disproportionate in terms of vignetting. Oh, okay. I see you, fool. I see you. This is a sweet lens, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really thinking about keeping the Sigma. I'm really thinking about keeping the Sigma 1.8. We'll see. Alright. I might post this video today. I've already posted it. I might post this video, so talk to you in a bit. Alright, here's another comparison. This is the Sony 11 1.8, and this is on this is not on steady. Yeah. What do you call it? What do you call it? Steady shot. This is not on steady shot. Let me see if I can edit steady shot. Oh yeah, steady shot is active here. And what I want you guys to notice is this. Use this as a marker. This column here as a marker. I'm going to take it off steady shot. Now I see how much it actually crops in. So give me a sec. This is steady shot off. And notice this column here was at the edge of the screen. So much it crops out. This is steady shot on. Do you see how much it takes out of the film? Alright. We're going to use the Sigma. We're not going to move the camera. We're just going to use the Sigma lens now and see how much customization we have with a 10mm. Alright, now this is the Sigma 11 to 18, and this has steady shot off. Again, notice this white line right here. This is what we're going to be focusing on. This right here. And I want to turn active stabilization on and see how much it crops out. Alright, this is the line here again. So it's at the edge of here. So now I'm going to push it to 10mm because we have that to play with. This is 10mm. So it does give you more room to play with in steady shot, in active stabilization. Because see here, you have this, you have like probably 20% here. So it crops 20% when you're using a 10mm versus when you're using the Sony. When you're using the Sony 11mm 1.8, it's a 33% crop. So do that information as you want to. Bye. Alright, this is me inside doing a normal vlog test on it. I have the ISO set to 200. I might need to change that, but I'm standing beside the window giving me some light. So this is a Sigma. This is a Sigma. We have it at 10mm. So push it to 11mm right here. This is the Sigma 11 to 18mm right here. A normal vlog. ISO is stuck to 200. Alright, I'm going to try the Sony lens now. Let's see. Crazy fast. See, it blurs the background, but not too much. See, you still can't see me. Not too crazy. Not too crazy. Alright, let's try the next one now. Let's try the Sony 11. And this is the Sony 11 1.8. Same setting, nothing has changed. What do you think? This is a normal vlogging angle. This is how normal vloggers vlog. Again, I have an ISO set to 200 because I was just outside. I'm inside now, so I'm standing right by the windows to get some light. And what do you think? Is it clearer? Is it better? Let's see. Let's see the speed and the focus. You saw it defocuses me in the background. See? It very much defocuses me in the background. So this is both lens, so I guess this is enough information. I think if you need more, let me know. This is the information to choose whichever lens works best for you. So I will work best for me because I'm choosing one tomorrow and I'm actually selling the next one. So hey, think about it. It's actually very good. This is my arm very extended, fully extended. This is my eyes 1 inch away from the lens. Eh, it's not bad. It's not bad. Talk to you a little bit, guys.